What's up, everyone? This is JD again with another showing of the Pioneer podcast on the WETD 90.7 The Leap radio station. This time I have a Greek life representative joining me, but before the interview, let me tell you all about how we can set up an interview for your club, organization, or your team. You can email me directly at my school email, CurryJD, CURRIEJD. Also, if you want to stay up to date with the show, you can subscribe to my YouTube at the Pioneer Podcast Radio Show. And my Instagram is jdcurry18. My guests here today are part of the Alpha Sigma Greek Life.
My name is Isabella. Yeah.
Oh, and my name's Casey.
So how long have you been a part of your sorority?
I've been a part of Alpha Sigma since fall 2018.
And I've been a part of the sorority since last semester, spring 19.
How long has your sorority been around?
We started in 1993, so
Pretty recent, but
not as long as some of the other ones.
right.
If you don't mind me asking, what does the name Alpha Sigma mean?
Well, to us, it's part of the Greek alphabet, but to us, it's like, it means like family
And friendships.
yeah,
For sure.
Yeah.
So I've had quite a few positive interactions with the Greek life societies. It seems to be very important characteristics to be involved with. To be involved with a community. How do you view this?
I think it's very important to be involved in the community because a lot of people have this like stigma about Greek life that
That we just party all the time. Don't really do anything but party.
and like
Right.
people like what people see in movies and stuff, but like
Right.
that's not anything like what
No.
it is at all. There's a whole like business aspect and community service aspect that upholds a bunch of standards.
And our sorority actually focuses a lot on community service just because it's one of the most important things to our sorority. So
So can you give some examples of the communities?
we actually coming up we have
Celebrate Allegheny.
and it's kind of where we just do
The whole
communities.
school does it, but like Greek life,
Yeah.
we all do it too.
We do town cleanups every Sunday at 11 a.m. Every Sunday.
Like after everyone has done partying, we just go pick up like the trash around town.
Right.
We've gone to animal shelters and soup kitchens for a few examples of what we've done.
We've done lots of clothing and food drives here too on our, state campus.
So putting a very positive aspect of what Greek life is out there.
So people do know this, not just, oh, you're just gonna do this party and that's about it. Like, no, we gotta put in lots of work.
Oh yeah.
These organizations also seem to run off a system of important relationships. How would you describe your relationship with your fellow sisters?
It's definitely like a second family, like a home away from home. You can go to them for everything, any time of the day. They'll always be there for you.
Literally any time of the day. If we're having a mental breakdown at 2 a.m. because we have so much work to do, somebody's gonna be up.
And even if they're not up, they'll wake up.
They'll
and
wake
come,
up
like,
just to help or listen.
Yeah. It's a great little
Yeah.
family.
And even when we're on breaks, we go visit each other because we can't go like a week without seeing each other. It's too hard. So
Yeah, because we spend every day, all day long together. So
yeah, some of us even have the same classes too, so we're pretty close.
Do all of your sisters actually live at the house, or do you have like commuters? How does that work?
There's one sister who doesn't live in the house just because she's an RA, so she lives on campus, but everyone else lives in our house.
Yeah. So we literally see each other every single day.
Describe your relationship with a brothers society.
So we don't have a brother house ourselves. A lot of other sororities and fraternities have like brother or sister houses, but we don't have one. Just because we like to focus on like being independent. But we do have really strong relationships with every other Greek organization, so we're close with everybody. It's like a whole community, whole family.
How does a Greek organization plan and hold meetings, and how are they similar to how a club runs meetings?
So basically there are different positions that people in the house hold, just like a normal club, and we have weekly meetings every Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Just we come with a report, which I'm sure other clubs do, but we come with a little report and make sure things are getting done throughout the week, and
there's
sign up
someone that writes minutes, so you can go back and read what was like discussed during the meeting. And we like to have it in like a professional setting, so there's like a business aspect of being Greek as well.
Isn't your guys' I might be wrong, but isn't your student leadership like right?
Yeah, it's right downstairs.
Right downstairs, yeah.
We're always in there.
Yeah.
That's where we came from.
And so, what exactly is a student leadership center?
So for the suites in the SLC, the sororities and fraternities, we use it for our philanthropy. Like ours is NAMI, mental illness, so we promote that, and
we do fundraisers out of the suite too.
Fundraise for them illness. And like just make it aware to all the people on campus.
So events that are run by sororities draw a large crowd of people. How has this come to be?
I think because like we wear our letters all the time, so like people see us through campus, and like I know I was really curious coming into it because I thought that Greek life was how it is in like movies and
right.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, I never want to be Greek because of this, but like here I am.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Like,
nothing
people are
like
curious.
The movies. Nothing. I mean, that's also probably too because we're more, we're not national, we're local, but still, we don't have to worry about any of that scary stuff.
I feel like we try to be really known throughout campus, and like we have a lot of events in the SLC or like around campus. We advertise, so people hear our name and like want to get to know us.
And there's a lot of Greeks that are always like walking around too, so I know the non-Greek students definitely are aware of it because we're all wearing letters all the time. And
So an important idea that most people would not know about before trying to join a Greek organization is the academic requirement, meaning that students that want to be in an organization need to possess a decent grade first. How is this value enforced?
So in order to even pledge, you need to have, for the school requires you, or else they don't allow it, you have to have a minimum of a 2.0 GPA. And I know like other houses enforce different ones. I'm not really sure what they are, but and then you have to possess that GPA throughout the whole time you're a student. So, and like everyone has like an academic chair that you can work with, get a tutor through, and all this stuff. So we make sure grades are really good. I don't know if you have any.
No, that sounded out really well.
College is a very diverse place where people gather from many different places and have many different backgrounds. How has a sorority fostered this inclusion?
I mean, I can't really talk too much about the other sororities, but I know that we accept anyone to,
it's not about like your ethnicity, like
your
what
race,
you look
nothing
like,
about that. It's about your character,
where you're from. Yeah, it's like it's who you are as a person.
Exactly.
Like it doesn't matter,
right,
what you wear or anything like that. It's just like if you're a decent person, if you like, we want to be friends with you.
And that's why for our suite, whenever we're in there, we always leave the door open because we always want anybody to stop in. Doesn't matter who, just come talk to us about anything.
So what are the positions that are within this organization or this sorority?
So we have a top 5, which is president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, and social chair. And then there's a bunch of other positions like academic chair
There's
and
like rush chairs. So
philanthropy.
they're in charge of like running different events for our sorority. So we have
like our philanthropy chair is in charge of planning and executing like fundraising events for our philanthropy, which is NAMI. And then we donate all that money at the end of the semester. We send it to NAMI. Like as an example, that's what they do. Yeah.
Where everyone has a rush chair.
What is rush?
Okay, so rush is basically when a girl, obviously, well, or a guy, but in our case, a girl, is interested in the sorority, they can come by our house, hang out with us, and whenever we throw events on campus to do something, they're more than welcome to come and like participate, and then they become a rush, so it's just somebody who's
interested in becoming Greek, so
right.
That's how they're rushing, and that's how you know they're interested. So then,
and you don't have to pledge to rush. You could just, be friends with us and be a rush till you graduate. So there's no pressure being a rush.
So how does the pledging part work then?
It's different for every house.
It's a 4-week process.
Yeah, it's just 4 weeks, and
it's just, we can't say too much.
We can't
about
say
it,
too much,
but
it's just like a process and how you become a part of the sorority.
And at Alfred State too, there's a policy with no hazing between any of the houses. It's just kind of like no hazing. So
yeah, it's really
enforced. Just so people aren't like scared, because I know like going into pledging, like I was nervous back when I was a freshman. I was like, I really want to.
Other schools too, and I'm like, I don't want that.
Yeah, like the big schools, like Albany. I hate to say it, but I've heard some scary stories from there. So, but it's nothing like that at Alfred State. Nothing.
So how does this organizing? I guess we kind of got off topic, but we were talking about the organization of the sorority. So how does this organization select individuals to put into each office position?
So basically, like any normal club, we have elections. We write our speeches, give them, and then we vote on
to see who's more fit and who like not wants, but who's gonna fulfill the position more.
Right. And I think it's a little easier for us too, because we all know each other so well, so we just kind of know and feel, who's going to be right for the position and who won't be.
Like who's going to be a good rush chair or academic chair, because we know everything.
Right, and the top 5 is like, a lot of thought has to go into that because it's a whole yearly position, so.
What skills do people learn from being a part of these groups?
I would say communication skills are a big one, because especially we're throwing events on campus all the time. So we're always trying to talk to people, get people interested in whatever we're doing, or, get them to donate for NAMI. So
we're also always communicating with each other, because there is a business aspect of being Greek. So that's like another skill you gain, is like being like professional, I'd say. There's like a bunch of different, we have Greek Senate, so that's like, we dress professional, we have to act professional for that.
Probably somewhat like Student Senate?
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much the same.
And also I think you learn really great social skills, because we're always hanging out with other Greek houses for events and whatnot, so.
It provides a lot of opportunities too, like this, like, and like gives you stuff you can put on a resume that people with their career would probably look for.
Especially running for a top 5 position too. That
like if
looks really good on a resume.
If you're president of like a club, that looks really good on a resume too.
What are some of your favorite memories of being involved with this organization?
Yeah.
Okay, so every semester, every year,
I think it was
in the spring. Yeah, I know for sure. There's a thing called Greek Olympics, so it's basically just like this huge pep rally, but like just a bunch of games that all of us Greek organizations, compete against each other, and it's so much fun. It usually takes like 3 hours up in Orvis Gym, but it's so much fun. There's like dodgeball and like pie eating contests or minute to win it games. It's so much fun. It's so much fun.
I was wondering if that was an actual thing because I was seeing on Monsters University. I'm
Yeah.
like, is that an actual thing or not?
We do it. It's not as intense as that, but like
I don't know. The Greek. Some
we
people
can
go
be pretty
ham,
competitive,
right? Because you want to win. Because like at the end, there's a first place winner, so it is kind of competing. But it's just
you want your name to be the one that won first place.
Mm-hmm. And it's a great bonding aspect too, because you got to work together as a team to get those first place points. So
we had a chili cook-off too. I thought that was really fun. That was good.
That was last weekend.
Yeah.
You guys did that or did
Yeah, we won first place. Oh yeah.
Like all the Greek houses participated and made chili, and then there was like a judging table, and they just taste tested all of them. And it was really fun.
It was a lot of fun. It was cold, not gonna lie, a little cold.
But then there was like the Pioneer Challenge games, so like people were playing games, pie eating contests. It was really fun.
What about the rowboat thing? How did that go? The canoes?
We didn't go there, but I saw videos and it. People said it was a lot of fun. So
I wish we went.
I know, but no.
No.
Do you have any good memories, Isabella?
I think just like we make memories like on the daily basis, just like when we're just hanging out in our house, like we'll all be in someone's room and like watching movies, or like it's just like a really great experience just to hang out with everybody. Like nothing big even has to happen, and it's fun and it's something like I'll always remember.
Was there anyone who influenced you in a positive way to get involved with a sorority? And how did they influence you?
Actually, this is sound weird, but before I came to college, my dad really pushed kind of the Greek life thing, because he graduated from AU, so, and he was in a fraternity, so he was just kind of like, oh, trust me, you'll love it. And like, I mean, once I got here, I was like, yeah, I definitely want to be in a sorority, just because I'm very sociable, I'm very extroverted, like it fits my personality best. But the first people I actually met coming to college were some Alpha Sigma sisters. And they were so just like, hey, here's my number. If you ever want to hang out, like, just let me know, grab some food. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. Like, first day here, and I already have a group of friends. It was awesome.
Alpha Sigma sisters were the first people I met on campus. But, like, definitely, they influenced me to be a part of the sorority, because they told me, they're like, because we always encourage people to, like, rush every house. Just, like, feel where you feel, like, home and most comfortable. But one of our sisters told me that, like, no matter what, like, if I choose to go to another house, like, they'll still want to be my friend and still want to talk to me and hang out with me. So that, like, really, I wanted to be a part of that. I want to be associated with people who are like that.
Gonna accept you no matter what.
Yeah.
Even if you do pledge into their house. Which it happens, but it's not the end of the world.
We still want to be friends.
Exactly. Doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
So, I'm not sure if you guys can answer this, but how is Alfred State Greek Life's relationship with Alfred University's Greek Life?
I think they all just ended for the most part.
I mean, I've talked to some people, though, to start, like, a little petition, though, because...
To bring it back?
Yeah, because it's all about students' voices, too, and, like, obviously back 20 plus years ago when they had the Greek Life at AU, they didn't have a no hazing policy, so they could get away with whatever they wanted to. And finally, the president was like, no more of this. So they got rid of it. But times have changed. It's been so long.
Hazing doesn't even exist at Alfred State.
And I keep telling people, I'm like, hey, start a petition and get a lot of people on that campus to sign it, whether they're going to rush a sorority or fraternity or not. But just showing the college that a lot of people have interest in something like that.
Mm-hmm. It's a good thing to be a part of, too.
Yeah.
Like, Alfred State does a lot. They put in a lot of work to get rid of all this hazing and stuff, because if you're starting a club, the Constitution actually has a part talking about that.
Yeah, it's
I
not
mean, I
even
get
just
it,
Greek
safety
life,
too. Like
It's
you don't want to be liable for anybody getting hurt. You know.
It's like all clubs too. It's not even just Greek life. Like
Right.
excluding other people, like that could be hazing. So,
Right.
like other clubs too could potentially be hazing people, and you don't even know about it.
Right.
Where would a new person start with getting involved with Alpha Sigma?
So, I mean, usually in the beginning of each semester, we throw a lot of rush events just so people are aware of us and they can come hang out. So that's a great way to like get to know us. We're always on campus too, so we tell people if you ever want to get food or something, like just text one of us, you know, and we don't mind.
Like being friends first, like
Yeah, that's a big key thing that we always want to like get to know people first and like make sure, you know, like get close to them first before being like, hey, rush us, you know, because that scares
that can
people
come
away.
off as like
Right, because people are like,
intimidating.
especially if they're freshmen too, they just want some friends, you know, they
Mhm.
don't want to be pressured into doing anything. So
So what are good characteristics of a Greek individual?
definitely being nice. I mean, I know that's such
Really
a generic
friendly,
word, but
motivated.
yeah, motivated is a big one too.
There's
Just
a lot
because
that goes into it.
we do have a lot of events, a lot of things that we have to do for the college, so
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely that. I mean,
I don't really know.
right. Just being a positive person too. If you're always somebody who's negative,
want-
like
yeah, you
you're
want the
probably not going to get
face-
along with a lot of sisters just
Yeah.
because we try to be positive.
We want
in
the
our everyday
face,
life.
like the face of Greek life, to be like a positive thing. People, you don't want people to look at it as something negative.
Yeah.
It's not like.
And along that, you don't have to be somebody who's like super extroverted either, because like I know I am, but not all of my sisters are
I was so
extroverted.
introverted when I
Right.
first started. Like I didn't talk.
Like that's how I knew I wanted to get into sorority, because I was just like, oh, I'm so good at making friends. Like it's gonna be like that. But
Even if
you don't have to be like that to get involved with us.
Yeah.
You know. Like I said, we're welcoming of anyone. So.
So like a lot of these clubs, the best way to learn about them is not through like stereotypes. It's actually going to
Right.
events and like seeing these people.
And really hanging out with us, you know.
Yeah. Because you don't know anything about them until you actually meet them and get to know them. You just like
Right.
know what you've seen or like heard from other people.
Well,
And that's a bad thing too, because like what you hear is not always true too. So
There's just a lot of stereotypes with Greek life that like none of them are true.
Yeah,
Right.
like what
Just
I
you have
said.
to-
Like I thought Greek life was terrible. Like
it was gonna be terrifying,
awful.
right?
Yeah, but
And
not,
it's-
it's nothing like
It's
that.
not. No, it's not. It's not bad at all. Yeah.
Anything more you want to cover?
You got anything?
I don't think so.
I mean, Alpha Sigma, but hey, you gotta throw it in there.
Well, thanks again. Thanks for coming down to the station, you guys,
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
to talk about the great Alpha Sigma organization. That is it for this episode of the Pioneer Podcast. Don't forget there will be a video on YouTube at the Pioneer Podcast /radio show if you missed the live episode. Take care and talk to you soon, Pioneers.